There are many contenders for most disgusting character. We've got Galadriel, Kit, or Velma. But when it comes to most disgusting show, that award definitely goes to Milf Manor. Is this the queasiest show on television and got dubbed the most disgusting, the worst, and the darkest thing I have ever seen on television by viewers? Featuring an Oedipal twist, this show is nothing but a gussied up American tragedy. The women gathered here all have a perky disposition, which is the only thing perky they've got left, and a distaste for investigating their pasts, because when you've got that many notches in your headboard, you've basically turned it into a toothpick. But the reaction from critics about this show genuinely surprised me. I thought they'd be all for it, but instead, no, this is the most repulsive, exploitative, sordid, hate-to-hate show of all time. I watched it so you don't have to, but you have to see it to believe it. The show, pitched as 8 hot moms, in quotes, with the quotes meaning these aren't 8 hot moms. In fact, this show is basically about the M and forgets what the ILF means. Viewers claim that the Manor show is demented, with a load of things that I can't even read out. Everyone involved is going straight to hell. Although I did like this title that episode 2 went too far. You know, episode 1, that was fine, but episode 2, oh, you've crossed the line, mate, you really have. We've even got the episode names. Like, Milf said knock you out. The one you should know. They don't dance. She's a bad Milf. And I'm a big boy now. No way that those titles came from a sober person. We are way through the looking glass at this point. I have no idea what they thought they were doing. But if you get down to the actual reviews, they're wild in themselves, with professional critics giving it 17, but getting a 33% audience score. And of course, only 6 critics dared to even put their opinion on this show forwards. On a societal level, this is deeply distressing. Freudian horror, a new low for TV, perhaps even rock bottom. Oh, it looks like we've actually got a disagreement from the Daily Beast. Laura thought it was deeply distressing, but Fletcher's actually said it was fresh. Manor is able to lean into the cheese. I mean, if there's cheese, don't you think they would have made him at least shower first? But it also adds a fun-spirited host and clear-cut focus. Well, I suppose that makes up for everything. Well, I know this entire show is morally repugnant, but don't you know, the presenter's got a quite nice bubbly personality. Must make it a 10. Milf Manor asks viewers to endure psychological bad things I can't say. Cringe TV at its worst. Cringe factor isn't balanced out by the cast. It's the cast, which is the specific problem with the show. If you ask most people what their issue is, it's gotta be yes, these are mums being asked to date their sons. Of course the cast is the problem. Customer reviews though, 33%, little bit weird. We've got some people who say it's a disgusting concept, whereas others thought they had tantalizing episodes that left you on the edge of your seat. Sure, it's got the Oedipus complex, but this is the best hour of TV you'll ever experience in your life. Wild show, awful concept, but makes for incredible TV. Disgusting, disturbing, most entertaining 45 minutes I've had. It's so bizarre and creepy, I highly recommend it. Literal garbage I will tune into every week. If you can stomach it, it'll end in a blaze of glory. Oh yeah, it'll definitely end in a blaze of glory, alright? All over everybody's face. And if you're like, you're not taking this very seriously, no, I don't think you can, to be honest. We are way over the hill and far away. We have pushed boundaries that never should have even been approached. And now we're just broadcasting it on television like it's normal. The worst thing is, some people think it is, so we'll get to that in a second. Because a quick look over at Metacritic's professional reviews, we get The New Yorker, who gave it a 0. Haunted by the spectre of keeping it in the family. I could sympathize with a friend who told me, I felt so ashamed I was watching it that I had to turn it off after 30 minutes. Which I just want to contrast against the Daily Beast, whose Fletcher Peters, the one who called it fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, said it was a thoroughly entertaining piece of television for folks who like to cringe. But there is a darker side to come out from this entire show, and that is the people that suddenly thought, hey, this is on TV now. This is actually being broadcast to a wide audience. Finally, all those impulses I've denied and kept secret all these years, I can announce it to the world. And that's how you end up with articles like this. Will we be able to look away from the mummy issues? The reality show in which mums and sons live together and start flirting is weird, but also oddly natural. She probably should have stopped at that line, deleted her browser history, and set her laptop on fire, but unfortunately, we've got to read the rest of it. If you're a woman of a certain age, struggling in the housing crisis, maybe you could always check into Milf Manor. It's an oddly blunt recruiting strategy for season 2, but I can actually see it working in this economy. If it works for OnlyFriends, it'll definitely work here. It's where women and their sons live together and all flirt with each other. But don't you know that this is all just going back to the oldest human drive on the planet? Oh yeah, maternal love and carnal love blend together in a mutually jealous, weird televised Freudian melange. It's natural. It's normal. It's common. It's fine. After all, Sophocles wrote Oedipus Rex 400 years BC. 40 is where you just start wafting out your pheromones at double strength. No, it isn't, love. And if you think anything about a Freudian melange is normal, common, and fine, there's a padded cell over there for you. I highly recommend it. No, when it comes to mums and their sons, how about we not discuss how we can pollinate the flower? It's also airing on cable network TLC, which stands for Tender Loving Care. What on earth was going through your head when you sent this article to your editor and thought, yeah, that'll be good to publish online? The only thing about the article is that I'm just not surprised where it was published. That's it. It's like, how on earth could one person make this? Oh, okay, at least it makes sense coming from them. But didn't you know there's a story behind Double M? It seems like a fever dream. Viewers are shocked, but its creators just don't understand what the big deal is. I suppose they've been doing this their entire lives. I really don't understand what all the fuss is about. This is just about erasing stigma. So I think we need to dig into the show to find out why that stigma exists, why it should remain, and why sometimes it's just best to be the bigot. Now, this series has a load of people living in their own delusional fantasy land. You can probably guess which group that is.
I'm in my 50s. Vintage, rare find.
That's estate agent language. Like when they say cozy, it means small, or central heating means it's on fire.
I don't think any of my sons realize that I have an extremely high libido. Hold on, is that too much?
None of my sons realize that I'm actually like a dog on heat, and so I decided to bring them on a television show and broadcast it to the world. Hey lads, if you weren't traumatized before, don't worry, you soon will be.
My marriage was wonderful. We just realized that we weren't completely compatible.
Oh yeah, my husband was wonderful. I just looked at a jar of hot dogs one day and thought there's at least another 3.5 billion of them left in the world. Sure, I could get through a couple of miles of that before the year's out.
I'm open to having a connection with another younger man.
I think the whole problem is that you're not closing anything. In fact, that's why I'm wearing a Lord of the Rings t-shirt, because in this show, everyone wants to get their ring destroyed.
I hope I'm really gonna find love.
By the end of this, I'm gonna find love. All over me. I'm gonna leave this set looking like a plasterer's radio.
In kindergarten, I had boyfriends.
We don't say kindergarten over here, but that's really young, isn't it? That's probably why she went, oh, I have. I mean, had, like panicked.
And I had boyfriends.
Yeah, love, this show's dodgy enough without you bringing that crap into it.
My name is So Young. I am 50 years old.
Your parents didn't think that one through, did they? What happens when she gets older? It's fine. She'll be married by that point, and he'll think it's cute as he's grown old with her. What can I say? Life comes at you fast.
I'm a fire love. I can't kiss anybody because that's disgusting.
You're not a scriptwriter on Velma by any chance, are you?
I have daddy issues.
But then the show takes a really weird turn.
My oldest daughter, but she passed away. It's not even been a year yet. I am doing this for Ashley in a lot of ways.
I don't know why this is in either. She gets really upset in the middle of nowhere. It's supposed to be big and emotional. She was a huge part of my life about dating, and I didn't think I could do it, but I'm doing it. Yes, I'm coming on national television to bang a 20-year-old for my dead daughter. Like, what is going on?
My alter ego is Disco Mommy. Do we need a shot? All these women look amazingly hot, but they're not me.
I told you, this was just a world of delusion. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm just gonna replace you with a picture of me when I was 20.
And I feel like I've been judged by having multiple kids, not having the same dad.
Oh, thank you. At least that saves me a job.
Why would I have 6 kids from the same guy? Hello?
I don't know. How about providing them a stable, solid foundation to actually teach and educate them as they grow up and develop into the best human being they can be, with statistically the best chance to go forward and succeed in life? Or you could just make your life all about doing you. Literally.
Kelly is the most risque of all the moms, with no shame whatsoever.
I think that's her way of doing a She-Hulk review. You know the one. Where she's just calling her a whore.
I was like the B-girl back in the day on the street corners.
I'm not sure I'd go on a television show telling everyone that I used to hang around street corners. Although she does have what is a huge benefit to the people she's about to see.
Young men could probably appreciate that I'm not stiff.
If there's one thing we can tell about the blokes, it's that most of them probably don't want you to be stiff. But at that point, the show's twist came in. It took its ugly turn. They've all been given phones so they can keep in contact with each other, and the show sends them a message.
You're about to embark on a dating experience like none other.
It should really read no other, but on a show about keeping it in the family, grammar is the least of our problems. So we get this shadow silhouette reveal, and one of them just looks like a mannequin with a pineapple on the top of it.
All right now.
Yeah, they get very excited about what's about to happen. At least in the short term, although in the long term, that doesn't seem to make too much of a difference either.
What's going on?
Wait, there are moms?
No one decided to walk off? No, we're just gonna cut it there. It's fine. I'm gonna stay here.
That's my mom right there.
All right, dude, you didn't need to sound so happy about it.
I am really confused right now.
You're not the only one, love. We all end up in situations where we think, how on earth did I end up here? For me, it was making this video. And I know what you're thinking, it's not their fault. It's not as if they did this deliberately. The show clearly set them up. And that would be true. If all of these people didn't obviously know what was about to happen before they even turned up on the set, which they admit.
You're here. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. I didn't expect you to be here. I had no idea that you could possibly have turned up on this show with me.
I knew my son Gabriel was going to be in Mexico with me. I thought he was going to be on a separate dating retreat.
Because that's the only logical conclusion, wasn't it? With all the available information that you had. So let me get this straight. A channel booked both of you at the same time to go to the same place, on the same flights, in the same taxi, to go on a dating show, and you didn't even cross your minds that, hang on, are we going on the same one? And if she knew that, then they all knew that, and were just completely surprised that all of our sons that we knew were coming to this exact location happened to be on the same television show. It doesn't even seem like they were recruited in secret from each other because they just knew about it. But oh yes, I was completely surprised when my son was revealed to me. Look, I know at this point you're used to lying to yourself, but please, there's no need to lie to the audience as well.
Like, I'm looking at everything else before my mom.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, you may be relieved, but I have a feeling the showrunners are incredibly disappointed.
It's all up to my mom whether I'm dating her or not.
If she picks your women like she picks a man, I have a feeling that's not much of a filter. But we have met each other for seconds and they're just looking at them like they're seconds. What can I say? I hope that swimming pool's drained regularly, because otherwise by the end of this it's going to end up like a bacterial swamp.
I'm feeling a little weird.
I should hope so. This entire situation is extremely weird. If you don't feel weird, you're the weird one.
All these women are significantly older, so it's pretty alarming.
That's what you find weird about this scenario? Their age? The one piece of information that you definitely knew before you even turned up on the show, that they were going to be older. How about the fact that your mum is sitting right next to you and she's also going to be banging everyone else in sight? Is this just me?
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
Oh yeah, older in a good way, obviously. I mean, we're going to ignore the elephant in the room. I don't mean his mom. So they all head off to the bar because the one thing that this situation needed even more of was alcohol, and one of them gets another text.
All of you have expressed an openness to intergenerational dating.
I mean, that is an extremely overcomplicated way of going, we're just gonna go for anything. And also, when we said intergenerational dating, we didn't mean turning your family tree into a straight line. It's not a tree anymore, it's just a stick.
In the real world, there's often a double standard.
In the real world, you'd get arrested for this.
Open your minds and have an experience you may have never imagined.
Okay, well, you realize the experience they've all imagined is getting with an older woman because they knew that was the show they were going on. They knew that's what they were fully expecting, so that's not opening their mind. So what's the other thing in this situation that they never would have imagined doing that would definitely require them to open their mind, get rid of the taboos, push the boundaries? Because do you want to know who just realized what that text message actually meant? Her. She did. Those are the horrified eyes of someone that just realized the entire point of this show. Oh, we are going to say this show has one intention, but actually, they are really hoping that they all get drunk and do something they shouldn't.
I'll be in the hot tub at 10.
Ma, you gotta chill out.
That guy is not ready for this show. I don't know why he's surprised that she needs to chill out. I don't know when the last time he lived at home was, but I have a feeling the front door revolves. Did he never wonder how they set up a bed and breakfast without having a spare room?
I'm so excited to meet these other guys.
Trust me when I tell you, not a single viewer is surprised.
Don't judge me.
It's way too late for that, I'll be honest. We were probably 1 or 2 sentences into the show and that boat had already sailed.
Sorry, ladies. I might be sleeping with your son.
Someone get that down on a Valentine's Day card. I've never heard something so romantic. So we continue for a while in the same way. There's lots of drinking, getting to know each other, very creepy lines.
You're not really like out there actively searching, are you?
Jimmy thinks so, but who knows?
Yeah, I really hope, because she's not out there looking. You're not, are you? You're not looking for someone. You're not out there having everything in sight, are you? Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, I told you that all that banging came from me putting together IKEA furniture. But have you never wondered why it took me 6 months to build a wardrobe? Every night I was going at that thing, it was so complicated.
Jimmy don't know about me.
Jimmy definitely know about you right now. Jimmy definitely know. Most surprising thing is that Jimmy didn't know before.
Beautiful ring, by the way. Kind of reminds me of your face.
Your face looks like your ring. I can't believe he doesn't have more luck with people who aren't pensioners.
Younger guys seem like they have a zest for life. They're not jaded.
Now reverse that and see it from their position. Are we not even going to consider why they would be doing it, or is it just your sparkling personality they fall for?
Even though I'm this age, I've always been very physical.
Oh right, she has thought about it. It's not her sparkling personality, it's just that she'll let them.
This adventure, it literally fell in our lap from the heavens. And
I can't.
Can you stop?
Why are you saying heavens?
Mom, can you stop and not describe you getting covered by 5 different guys as if it's some heavenly spiritual experience? Son, just let me talk. You don't know how much I've needed this.
But can you stop interrupting me?
Look how smug she is. She's like, yeah, I've dominated him, and now I'm going with everybody.
I'm sorry.
Even got him to apologize.
Jose, Cut the umbilical cord.
Cut the umbilical cord? How young do we think he is? Don't we think this situation is bad enough without you making it worse?
He seems like a safe bet because he's very family oriented.
She means he hangs around his mum a lot, and so I think he's going to be easy. Look, I know they call them cougars, but at this point it is predatory.
I feel like I need to get him away from his mom and then see what we can end up doing.
I feel like anytime you need to say that sentence, you are definitely doing something wrong. But they get another text message about the sleeping arrangements. There's 8 duos and these 8 bedrooms, which means they all have to share together. And I'm still pretty sure that the showrunners want everyone to stay in the same pairs that they arrived in.
I'll be honest, I had concerns about rooming with Ryan.
I should hope so, because otherwise you would not be normal. That should be your main concern on a TV show that just wants you to get drunk and bang. But some rooms are better than others, and the show has a rather predictable way of handing out the best ones.
Moms who are the most in touch with their sons will win the suites.
Oh yes, I bet everyone saw that one coming. You probably didn't see this though. They're actually being literal.
Who wants to sleep with their mom?
It's not about whether you want to, it's about whether the show can make you at this point, from what I can gather. So they get a text, it's their first challenge, and it is literally what it looks like. They get older moms to feel up the other guys, and then guess which one their son is, and the ones which correctly guess which one their son is are most in touch with them and get the best bedrooms. They're blindfolded during this, and so the only way they can tell is literally by grabbing him everywhere. I have never seen someone more physically uncomfortable with his position in the world right now as this guy. If the world could open him up and eat him, he would 100% take that deal right now.
Help me find my son if you want to hang out with me tonight.
Sure, love, I'll help. He's behind you. So this entire scene was dodgy, creepy, and everything wrong with a broken society.
You've never rubbed me up and down.
I mean, I should hope so, but that's basically the entire scene, and so I'm just going to let your imaginations do the work, because this thing never should have been even imagined, let alone filmed.
I just hope she doesn't go below the waist whenever she's groping these guys.
I hope she doesn't do it on you, because she's blindfolded and has no idea which person it would be when she went and tried that.
Out of line. Out of line.
That or a criminal offense. I don't know at this point, but I have a feeling he should seek legal advice.
Touching me, that would have been game, right? Oh, men touching women, it would have been killer. You should have done that.
Yeah, showrunners, you've been told. Just imagine the game in reverse. I'm sure that wouldn't have caused any outrage. She's like a cat on heat that wants to go out the door.
My mom's still on men. I'm not here for that.
I would be incredibly worried if you were here for that. And if you're wondering, why is it just your camera? Yes, because I'm not showing you this. There are limits out there, and this show just flies past them.
Traps? Oh.
I told you, this is one hell of a show.
This feels like my child. Okay, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, you got it right. This feels like my child. How do you know? Now, there is at least one mother-daughter that go, we train every day at my studio, so I'm used to this. I see it all the time. It's every day. So it's like, okay, at least you have an excuse. What was the previous one?
I'm a trainer, you know, I appreciate muscle.
She says that just before she goes out and treats them all like a butcher. Oh yeah, she really sizes up their flesh. So I skip through the rest just to preserve my sanity. The rooms do at least have separate beds, so that's an unexpected plus given the rest of the show.
I'm just gonna stay close to you, so it's okay, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it in the family. This show is disgusting.
I attract a lot of younger men because I have a younger
spirit.
Yeah, I mean, her statement was so true, she needed someone else to answer for her. She knew she wanted to make a statement. No, I'm definitely younger because you've got a younger spirit. Yeah, thank you. I hadn't thought of that. I was just going through every orifice and trying to work out which were the youngest.
Whether we all find true love or not, it's an opportunity for growth.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for growth. Some of these guys are 22. You could show them aluminium foil and they'll still experience a lot of growth. So some of them start going to sleep. And there's a rather unfortunate situation for these three, because she wants that guy. He doesn't want her to get with that guy. And guess who wins?
This is your dad.
You can take that one to the bank. And so they head upstairs together.
The reason why we're here is to date everyone in the villa.
However many guys turn up, each one is a potential for something to happen. You're not supposed to have taken it like a challenge. You've got people out here going, I want to fall in love, and she's just taking it like hungry hippos. This is Pokemon. I've got to catch them all.
So I can make a good decision on if there would be a romantic connection.
So that's the logic. I'm just going to get with everyone, try everyone so I can make an informed decision. I'm just finding out all the aspects of their personality. 4, 5, 6? I'm not going to make a decision until I know exactly how big your personality is. The size of your personality matters.
I'm very, very open.
I bet you are. So she decides to go to their room and start messaging him over the phone, and she tells him to come upstairs where her son is. Like, calm down. Look, you can still stay over there. We'll just do it here. So she goes to meet him. Like, come upstairs. No, actually, I don't think I will, love. I don't think you're coming on a bit strong. He's the one saying no at the moment. Except he doesn't say no for very long. And that's how this happens. Takes him into her room, which she shares with her son.
You're joking!
She ain't joking. Her son's still in the room. Luckily, he's like, okay, if he's still in here, this is very weird. This is way too weird for me. I have a feeling he wouldn't be leaving if it was just the two of them. At this point, they'd known each other for 6 hours. That's all it took her to do. 2 Bacardi breezes and 6 hours. Take that over the entire course of her life, and we are at quite a few miles at this point. We get to the next day. We've got Jimmy here talking about the other people. Oh, and we get this.
Paint her toenails maybe a color and like suck the acrylic off them toes.
I've had enough of the internet. I want to go home. Modernity was a mistake. He served her a pineapple martini on one knee as if he's proposing, bowing down so he can get knighted. I mean, this is probably the most submissive position that a person could possibly be in. Yeah, no, just no. I don't think you're missing much. They're just doing yoga on a paddleboard. Oh, we're doing the aeroplane. Honestly, I never thought I'd want Willow to come back, but here we are. It's a new day, so she just has to go for an entirely different guy. Look, she's got to get through all of them. She's only here for a couple of weeks. We've got to move fast. Funny thing is, she asks him, so what are you here for? And he's like, I want to experience new cultures and new things. He's like, you could have just been blunt with her, mate. Just call a spade with this one, I think. So we continue in that vein. There's a bit of set-up jealousy of, oh, I'm going to walk up to a wall, and oh, I didn't know you were going to like them over there. No, we can't do that. It's all set up and fake at this point. And this show is crazy. I can fully understand why the reviews at the start were like, this is creepy, this is weird, because the showrunners are very open about what they want to happen. And it's not what they say is the point of the show. You do not put in lines like this about, oh, just open your mind to new experiences and maybe something will happen that you never thought could happen. Well, hey, because we know you've already been thinking about older people, but have you ever considered someone slightly closer to home? I have no idea what the show is. I don't know why it exists. I don't know how it physically got signed off. But this is a show that never should have been made. And the showrunner's like, oh, we just wanted to remove the stigma. And like, yes, I bet you did. And it shouldn't be, because it existed for a long time, for a very good reason. And the fact that you want to remove it says more about you than it does about everyone else that's calling you and this show disgusting. What can I say? Sometimes it's good to be the bigot. Well, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. More videos like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.